Hello, my loves. Welcome to my channel. Welcome if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. My name is Blue. This reading, as you can see by today's title, is going to be for the legendary Miss Britney Spears. I love me some Britney, even though she was a little bit like before my era, but I definitely grew up on her. That's my girl. I love Britney, and she's been on my list to do a reading for her for a while. But I just never really got around to it. I didn't really know what to ask, but we're going to do this today. And I specifically kind of want to focus on her mental health and just predictions that's upcoming for Britney, especially after that whole assault situation. I just want to read for her and just get an energy for her. I have a feeling that this is about to be like one of the saddest readings I ever done for some reason. So I did pull two cards that are going to give some context about her shadow side and then like her lighter side. I guess more so like the past and the present type energy. So let's get into that. But comment, like, share, and subscribe if you like these celebrity readings. Also, if you guys could suggest some unsolved cases, I would definitely like to get back into doing that too. I don't know any cases right now that are worth reading for. But all right, so the first card that we got coming out in the heavier deck is number 18. It's labeled Graveyard. I want y'all to see this card, 18 Graveyard. So I pulled this card first, and you know, number 18 is really significant for Britney. I kind of feel like something took place when she was literally 18 years old that kind of like changed the course of her life, or it changed her fate, or it changed her like mental status or her spiritual rank or something of that nature, like something very significant, something very tragic, you know, or like life altering happened at this time. It's almost like she had some type of death and rebirth, or like something was just drastically manipulated. And so we also have on the lighter side number 32, Silent Night, which I think is really interesting because I don't know, this is just me like doing the most, but 18 and 18, I don't know. But anyway, I feel like 18 is like when something happened, and then 32 is when something stopped. I don't really know her timeline trajectory like that. But number 32 reads Silent Night. So let me just read like a quick little prompt out of the book for both cards, and I'm gonna let y'all in on what these kind of symbolize. So Graveyard talks about peace and acknowledgement. So it says, there are those who fear the graveyard, for it has long been the home of wandering spirits who cannot find peace. Those who have not transitioned to eternity, forced to live a half-life, neither dead nor alive. Souls who are faced with taking responsibility for a life not lived to the fullest, focus on things that didn't matter and holding on to resentment. The Graveyard card will help you find peace with where you are. There are times when we will be faced with difficult situations that are beyond our control. Those are the times that we must surrender to our current place. There's no use in fighting a battle you've already lost, so take control over the one thing that you can change, yourself. The situation you're inquiring about is no longer in your hands. The powers that be have taken over. Often we are faced with a challenging ending that is necessary to facilitate a bright new beginning. Okay, and then number 32, Silent Night, is also about meditation, peace, and stillness. So this one reads, Silent Night offers further guidance. Take this time to meditate and find inner peace. You could be stuck in old or repeating patterns that have created blind spots where your situation is concerned. Perhaps you are investing in a situation that has not repaid you for some time, or it may be that you've given more than you can offer and it's time to cut your losses. Consider this pause a blessing and take this moment to shift your perspective. But you're being guided to pause and reevaluate your situation. Okay, so, and I know that she had this whole legal battle with her father about her assets and her royalties and the things that she gets revenue and residuals from. I believe that she won that lawsuit and she got some of her stuff back. Don't get me wrong, like I'm not sure. I don't follow that type of stuff too closely, but it just definitely is giving a vibe mentally and spiritually for Britney where she didn't have control over her life for a very long time. And now that she is free, she might be kind of stuck repeating patterns that are not necessarily healthy for her. And so I always, when we see these videos of her dancing and people like are laughing or they're saying that something is wrong with her, it literally kind of feels like she's stuck in this cycle right here. Like whatever she was doing at 18 is kind of like she can't move forward, or she hasn't, her time clock has stopped at 18. Like she's never really like grown up or matured past a certain spiritual or mental level energetically past 18. So all right, so let's just see what's coming up for her. I just kind of want to get a sense and kind of read in her behalf of like why she is in this element, because it really saddens me sometimes to see people comment about that she's crazy and that she still needs supervision. I don't think that she needs supervision. She just needs, look at that, justice and care when I split the deck. But literally, she just needs like her autonomy. She needs to be able to see that there is a different way to live life, and she needs somebody to take her by the hand and kind of guide her into maturing and like what life is, you know, getting that freedom and that spontaneity. So I really am hoping that she kind of is being aligned with people who are not going to take advantage of her or take her for granted, because that's what it's giving. It just feels like her whole life she's been kind of with people that are very manipulative and greedy, and dealing with like the 7 deadly sins type of concept. But anyway, let's get some predictions for Britney Spears. I kind of want to give some sort of justice for her in this reading because, again, this just bothers me. So the first card that we have is Pride. What are some predictions for Britney Spears, please and thank you? Okay, that's too many cards. But Fury did show itself. I'm going to take mental note of that. All right, so we have Pride, merit making, and loneliness. Okay, so let me show you all these cards. Pride, which reads self-esteem, self-worth, and ego. Merit making, which reads goodness, humanness, and morality. And then we also have loneliness. So, you know, I kind of feel like right now Britney Spears is in a phase of her life, and I don't know if we will actually get to like see this be publicized or anything like this. I'm not sure if this whole reading will come into manifestation for the public. This could be something that kind of goes on behind closed doors for her, but I feel like right now she is kind of battling this sense of like not being seen or not being out in the public, like making content or creation right now. Like there is a part of her who she wants to be back on stage and she wants to be back on the dance floor. She wants to be back as Britney Spears, you know, maybe the Britney that she was at 18, really hot, really sought after, really like popular, the it girl type of thing. And I feel like she's having a hard time kind of like adjusting to the fact that she's kind of like in the background right now. You know, I feel like this could be a lot of the reason why she puts these videos out on Instagram of her dancing is because, like, you know, she wants some type of recognition. I feel like she's also suffering from loneliness. I do know that her sons or her children in general kind of came out and were just talking about how she's embarrassing and they don't really spend time with her because she's always yelling at them or arguing with them and things like that. So I feel like right now her name is kind of all that she has. She could be separated from family. And you know, when the Silent Night comes out and it talks about letting go because things of the past are not working, I feel like this is where pride could be coming in. Or it's kind of like, you know, you got to let go of what you once knew and be able to like step into like maybe something different. Like you don't have to be a dancer, Britney. You don't have to like be the type of person who is in the limelight on stage. Like, you know, you have a lot of power, you have assets. Maybe take those things and like make a new name for yourself or do something else, produce something else in the world that would be beneficial for other people. You know, the spotlight doesn't have to still be on you, or you don't have to reiterate like the past and what you were doing. This kind of feels like the energy of like okay, and I hate to say it, this might be like a weird example to compare it to, but like, you know, maybe somebody who is like a stripper from like the ages of like 18 to like 18 to like 30, And then you turn 40 and you just miss being on stage so much that you're still trying to dance. And it's just like, it might be time for you to switch lanes, babe. You might not have it like you used to have it back then. Or I know that you missed the feeling of what it was like when people was just like blowing your phone up and you was doing these awesome things that felt fun to you. But it's time to shift lanes, and you have a bigger purpose that is outside of what this is. So I feel like this is what she's kind of going through. She may open up about this. We may see something where she's kind of starting to shift into like a new branding or a new avenue that is more like helpful or supportive to the public. But ultimately, anybody that is around her, they need to be trying to show her this. So let's see, just as far as career goes, what can we expect from Britney Spears as far as career goes in the future tense? I'm hearing that song Let It Go by Elsa. So we have unnecessary spending here. I've never seen this card come out of this deck, but this pill bottle is really interesting. So yeah, I kind of feel like her money is being blown right now, or it's not being spent wisely. This could kind of be what her family was trying to protect her from when they were trying to get control of her assets. Now, don't get me wrong, there definitely could have been some greed behind that whole reasoning, but also I do feel like she might have some bad habits here, or she might not be using her money like efficiently. So we have workaholic, loving what you're doing. But yeah, this is the energy. And this is why I feel like she puts the videos out, because she just loves to dance. She loves to work. She loves to be busy, but dust it off and try again. So I do feel like she's trying to overcome a lot of like the issues that she was just kind of faced with in the public. How many cards is this? Should I take all of these? Let's take all of them. What's this? So we have burnt out. Take a small break. Okay, this is coming out for her. We have put them ideas to work. Okay, so yeah, there is time for like some new ideas or some new content. I feel like somebody is going to be helping her with this. And then we have it's time for a career change. This is the one right here though. This is literally what I was getting. Oh my God, there's one more card. Okay. Your hard work is paying off. So I feel like, okay, within the next like 4 to 5 years, we will see Britney doing something different. I don't know why I'm hearing acting. Has she ever been in a movie before? If anybody can comment and let me know if Britney Spears has ever appeared in a movie. But if she hasn't, I kind of see that for her. Or I feel like she'll have like a small role in like a bigger corporation or in a bigger purpose. I mean, merit making is still in the middle. So I don't think that we've seen her name be like completely finished making headlines just yet. But yeah, I feel like the way to get out of this loneliness is to kind of like step out of her pride with what she knew or what she is used to, and keep on making like a name for herself in other areas. So okay, but I definitely think that we will see more of her maybe rebranding or doing something different. I'm excited for her. I hope that really manifests. All right, so let's get some Moonology cards for Britney Spears. I don't know why I feel compelled to say this, but there is a specific reason why I don't show my face on here. At least not for these celebrity readings. So we have don't let pride get in your way. Okay, full moon in Leo. That's coming out again. 1414. I caught that. Okay. Don't let pride get in your way. Nothing will come of this situation. So if she continues to kind of be on this path that she is on now, where she's just kind of like locked in her house, spending money excessively on things that are not building any value or adding any fortune to her name, she will continue to suffer. If that is how she feels like she is in that state right now of suffering, then I mean, So I feel like the universe is going to come in and try and shake things up for her, or at least give her some type of opportunity to get out of this. But it's up to her as if she's going to take it. One more card. Emotions are running high. But that pill bottle that was on that one hustle card is sticking out to me. I don't know if she's still on medications or something like that, but I'm also getting that she might need like a medication adjustment, or like something about meds is going to be really important here for her to continue on and like progress emotionally. She might need a lower dosage, or like a different brand of a drug or something of that nature. Seriously, whatever she's taking right now, I don't feel like it's throwing off her equilibrium. Oh, okay. I should go in with tarot, huh? All right, let me get 3 cards from this, and then we'll go in with tarot for more predictions. Let's get some more predictions. Something flipped over in here. Queen rising, stepping into power, praise, coming up, spotlight. Yeah. Come on, Britney. I feel like she's coming. You know, I kind of see like energetically like somebody that's in a dark hole. Like, you know, their spirit is kind of like in a dark hole and they're being guided out. You know, like that. Like someone is trying to guide her out of the darkness into the light type of thing. We have wolf in sheep's clothing. Lost their chance. They lost their chance with you, or they did an extra triggered. So I feel like, and again, this is weird because I feel like a lot of the source of her issues is people holding her back. The more that she steps into her power, the more her attacks are. I don't know what she has in her 12th house, like for her birth chart, or what she has in her 7th house, but it's like the people who are closest to her do the most damage. My God, she needs to step out and meet new people, because I feel like family and friends and people who just show up to be there for her, quote unquote, they do the worst amount of damage here. There's tarot. Okay. All right, let's just do this and I'll close out. I don't want this to be too long. Whoo, predictions. Hi. Okay, the Tower card in reverse. All right, so I'm hearing that the end of a suffering, or the end of a suffering cycle is here. It's time to release. It's time to let go of something. Something is over. It's being destroyed. I think my son just dropped something. He's asleep. 2 o'clock in the morning has turned into 4 o'clock in the morning. Don't mind me. All right, but we have the Tower card in reverse. Something internally is being destroyed, is being renewed. It's time for a new start anyway. This has been a long time coming. Yeah, we have the 5 of Cups. I feel like she's kind of having a hard time letting go, though. Like, the Tower card is trying to come up for her, and I feel like with the 5 of Cups in the middle, like, she's kind of having a hard time with this transition. She might have some fixed sign placements in areas that make it hard for her to let go. But I'm getting a Scorpio is going to be really significant, or a Taurus with this transition. And then we have the 9 of Swords. So, what's the overall energy? The 6 of Cups, yeah. I feel like, you know, somebody's getting ready to be helping her out of a really tough time. She may even get reacquainted with her kids. We may see this. We may see her reconciling with her kids. I don't know. I highly doubt that she'll be having more kids. But if this is not children, this could also be her ancestors gifting her just like a way out of something. So I get the feeling that we will kind of be seeing her advocating for like mental health, or like depression, or emotional health, or emotional healing and of some sort. She could again be working with kids, or this is just her ancestors helping her out of a really tough time. I feel like she's had a really rough life emotionally. Like, there's just so much, you know, this just feels like and I don't want to scare nobody, because I know people already just be they have their thoughts about tarot and stuff, but this feels like a personal hell. This is exactly what this is giving, because the Tower card in reverse, emotional turmoil, 5 of Cups, emotional turmoil, Nine of Swords, emotional turmoil. Like, I feel like she's getting ready to come up out of this. We might see a new and improved Britney within the next 6 years. It might take some time, but it's coming slowly but surely. More overall energy, please. Yeah, the Chariot card and the Queen of Coins. It's time for her to reclaim something. All right, so I'm going to leave this reading here, but I don't know if you're ever going to see this, but I love you, Britney girl. And I hope that y'all enjoyed this reading. For everybody else that's clicked in, I love y'all. Bye.